Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And the Patriots do play the Vikings on Saturday, so I thought it would be nice to give you guys a mailbag just like we did last week, earlier in the week other than Sunday, so you guys can just have your questions of what we could see between the Patriots and the Vikings and any other things that you guys wanted to know before we get into the game. So, of course, we got some good questions from everybody coming in from our chat. We're live every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. The first question coming in from Old Man Mob. Will the Pats keep 3 or 4 running backs since they keep bringing in running backs? I'm going to guess that the Patriots keep 3. And I think they're going to keep Rhamondre Stevenson, TreVeyon Henderson, and then Antonio Gibson. I don't say 4. It was going to be 4 with Land Larison, but unfortunately he got placed on IR with a broken foot. But I say they are probably going to keep 3, specifically because they're bringing back the fullback position. And if you watch the video that I posted a couple days ago, Jack Westover, the tight end out of Washington, and he's a second year, he has been getting first-team reps with the Patriots as their fullback. So I think instead of having a 4th running back on the roster, I think they're going to go with a fullback going into week 1 of the NFL season. I'll ask you guys. The game has not happened yet. Predict the score of Patriots-Vikings for me. It could be whatever score prediction. If you want to go out and say the Patriots are going to score 48 points once again, let me hear it. Go down in the comments section right now. Predict your score of Patriots versus Vikings. For me, I don't think they're going to go out and score 48 points again, guys. I would probably say that it's probably going to be, I said it was like a 24-17 type of game, but I expected a lot closer than the Commanders. The Commanders, they did say they were embarrassed, which was good for the Patriots. All right, we have Ness Force. Are you concerned with our depth at offensive tackle? I'm concerned with just the entire offensive line. That was your biggest problem about last season because you had a bunch of guys. You had Cole Strange flipping out between center when you didn't know if he was going to play or not because he was injured 75% of the year. Ben Brown, you had Darian Lowe, you had Michael Jordan. This year, you have Will Campbell, your first-round draft pick. You have Jared Wilson, your third-round draft pick, playing left guard. Your center is Garrett Bradbury, which I'm a little concerned with. Ben Brown is probably going to be your backup center. Then on right guard, Mike Owenu, not concerned with at all. He was playing left guard last year. He's moving to his original spot. I like that. And then right tackle is Morgan Moses. And I hope Morgan Moses is healthy. But basically, they haven't had any type of rotation with left tackle, the starting left tackle. Will Campbell has been in that spot this entire time. Hasn't moved. They haven't rotated him out except when it was second units coming in. But with first team, you see a lot of rotations with right tackle. And I think that Marcus Bryant is going to be that second right tackle. And if Morgan Moses isn't healthy, because he's getting up there in age, if he's not healthy, we're going to see that. But overall, I'm concerned about the offensive line as a whole, not really the specific depth that they have at that position. All right, we got Vicious Tuna, Pop Douglas, over under 1,000 yards receiving. I'm going to go under, and I'm solely going to go under because if you saw what happened in joint practice, Stephon Diggs looks good. And I mean good. I think Drake Maye might target this man a lot. We saw the first play of 11 on 11s. Drake Maye targeting Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is probably going, if he stays healthy for all 17 games, he will get over 1,000. Pop Douglas, I see him being probably around an 800-yard receiver. I know that Josh McDaniels loves his slot receivers. So he's going to make plays where you're going to find that perfect spot in a zone where you can stop, catch it, and get a little bit of yak yards. Over under, though, I'd probably go under, but I mean, I know sportsbooks don't have his line at over 1,000. I got to check Stephon Diggs because if it's under 1,000, you take that over right now. Like, take it over because Stephon Diggs might get 80 catches, and by the way he looks, he might get 1,000. Old Belichick. Shouldn't you be talking to Jordan or whatever her name is down and get Jordan back at UNC? They played TCU the first game if you guys were interested. Biggest surprise and biggest disappointment for the Patriots. So my biggest surprise And I didn't talk about him all of minicamp. I didn't talk about him the beginning of training camp. But it's got to be Truman Jones, the edge rusher. 5 tackles against Washington, and he was all over the field. He was swarming the ball. He could figure out exactly where the play was going and getting himself involved. And we all know about what this edge room looks like. Keon White, Harold Landry. Then you have Anthony Jennings, who I think is going for he's fighting for a roster spot. He was playing in the fourth quarter. I think you might be gone, brother. Braden Swinson and Elijah Ponder. And then you have Kaylavon Chason, who I think is definitely going to make this team. Truman Jones, though, really showed out. And he was all over the ball. And I think he's kind of earned that spot as the second edge behind Harold Landry. Biggest disappointment? I got to go with Kyle Duggar. And he's got demoted. And he just looks like he could be a possible trade candidate. On Friday's game, he played in the second half, and he was with the second unit, didn't record a tackle. And throughout the years, you see him slowly starting to decline. 2023 was a great year for him. He did miss a bunch of games in 24-13. He still had 81 tackles, but you see the production starting to drop off a bit. Starting to drop off a little bit. And with Kyle Duggar, with the Patriots, they have a lot of safeties now. They drafted Craig Woodson. They have Jalen Hawkins. You still have Jabril Peppers. And if you see Jalen Hawkins' stats on Friday, they're looking a lot better than Kyle Duggar. He did play more snaps, which I'll give him that. But Duggar's 18 snaps, the starters, they were only playing about 8 to 9. And that's double. So they're probably looking at possibly Kyle Duggar getting some trade bait, getting some trade value to possibly look to move off of him going later this season. What do you guys think? Would you trade Kyle Duggar? Type T for trade or type K for keep? I don't want to get rid of him because he's just been a fan favorite throughout the last couple of years. I mean, he's been here for so long now. He's a veteran, but I think that the Patriots are going to look to move off of him very, very, very soon. It seems like it's going to happen. It seems like he's going to move off, and maybe some team could get him. I saw down in our chat during our live show, maybe talking about the Texans. I'm not 100% sure, but some team has to. The Patriots are going to shop, and I think they're also still shopping maybe for a wide receiver. But the way Kayshon Boutte looks, it doesn't look like it could possibly happen. The wide receiver group looks good. The defensive line looks good. Truman Jones, man, he is very big possibility where I think that he could get a big rotation throughout this defense. All right, we got Nikhil. I'm not going to butcher your last name, bro. Nikhil, should we look for a backup on the waiver wire if Dobbs continues to suck like this? And I'll tell you straight up, Nikhil, who? Tim Boyle just got cut. You want to go sign the worst quarterback ever? No, I don't. You're just kind of stuck with Josh Dobbs. There's only one backup quarterback that's serviceable right now that's on the free agent market, and that's Carson Wentz. Do you really want to sign Carson Wentz? I don't know. I mean, Dobbs didn't look good. He didn't look good against the Commanders. He missed Efton Chisholm on a throw. He missed Kyle Williams on 2 throws. It doesn't look good. Dobbs, he threw 2 pick sixes against the Vikings in joint practice. There's not a lot of options, so you're kind of stuck with him. It's unfortunate to say, but he's your backup. Just pray, knock on wood, do whatever you need to do that Drake Maye does not get hurt. Tom! Hey, Brett, to consider Kyle Williams a successful draft pick, what would his stats somewhat have to look like? I mean, he's the 69th pick in the draft, and I'll say that going in, he's not going to be your starter. He's not your number 1. He's not your number 2. He's probably your number 3, or maybe even your number 4. I think Kayshon Boutte might be your number 3. So I would say probably around a rookie season, you're going to get involved. You're not looking to him to be a number 1. Probably around 40, 45 catches and about 600 yards, maybe 3, 4 touchdowns. Nothing in particular. I'm not looking at him to be a 1,000-yard wide receiver. Now, if he develops to get better throughout the course of the season to where he puts himself in the situation as a number 2, as a slot receiver, or a number 3 over Kayshon Boutte, then yeah, I would expect 60 catches. But right now, especially where he's not particularly working with the first team, he's mainly working with Josh Dobbs. He has worked with Drake Maye a little bit, but they have their first-team wide receiver core kind of set in stone with him, with Diggs, Matt Collins, Pop Douglas, and Kayshon Boutte. Kyle Williams is kind of second, but they're going to build. They're going to get him to develop into a top receiver. So first year, just be better than Jalen Polk, man. Just have more. Just have four. Can you have 40 catches for me, Kyle Williams? Please. Just have 40. 40, 500 yards. That would be where I would look at to be a successful draft pick. But it goes after not only 1 year, unless you're Jalen Polk, where you look terrible your first season. Dashy. Since the start of training camp, Drake Maye's thrown very few interceptions. Is that a sign of him making a year 2 leap? That is a great question. And I will say it's a combination of both. It's a combination of him making that leap in year 2, and it's also a combination of that's Josh McDaniels' offense. Drake Maye is learning. He also made a bunch of bonehead decisions last season that he had 10 interceptions. He made a bonehead decision in the Commanders game. So I wouldn't say he's fully taking a leap, but with the McDaniels offense, we're going to get the ball out quick. We're going to find soft spots in the zone. We're not going to throw particularly deep routes, and we're going to go for bombs here. We're going to go for highlight plays. It's smart decisions. We're going to read through the progressions one by one by one. If that person's not open, go to the next one. Go to the next one. And if worse comes to worse, check down to your running back. That is the McDaniels offense. I think it's more of that's the McDaniels offense that has helped Drake Maye develop, and it's going to help him develop even more to get his confidence up with this offense that he can make that leap and not make dumb decisions. We saw how Josh Allen was his first couple years in the NFL. He was turnover prone. Drake Maye look like a little bit of that in his first year. I think he's going to get better and better with the new offensive coordinator. Going to get to a couple more questions, but first you can get this Patriots hoodie on sale right now for 40% off. Chatsports.com/Patriots hoodie. It's 40% off. It is originally like $55. You can get it right now for $32.99. But get it while supplies last. Once the sizes go out, it's not going to be on sale anymore. Chatsports.com/Patriots hoodie. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. KJ, how likely is Spillane to get over 120 tackles? I think it's a very, very, very good opportunity. I mean, Jelani Tavai got over 110, and he was mid last year. KJ, Robert Spillane has been one of the best players on the Patriots defense, become that leader. You saw the green dot on his helmet to start the first preseason game. He is your Mike backer, and he is all over the field. He's smart, and Mike Vrabel sees that, and I could see him being all over the field, kind of just being that captain of the defense. It's going to be very easy for him to get over 120 tackles. Old Man Mob. Could the Patriots keep 2 kickers for the first couple of weeks of the season? I don't think so, man. I really don't. You're not going to wait. Yeah, you're not going to waste another roster spot on a kicker. They're going to choose one. And I don't know who it's going to be. John Parker Romo and Andy Borgalis have both looked incredible to start their careers. I had a feeling that John Parker Romo wasn't going to come out looking hot. I was completely wrong. I thought it was Andy Borgalis' job, but this job is wide open, and it's going to come down to that final preseason game or even that final practice before August 26th where they choose who is going to be their kicker. Hopefully they make the right decision. I don't see them keeping 2 kickers on the roster. You can't waste a roster spot, especially when wink, wink, nod, nod, you're keeping 7 wide receivers instead of 6. Vrabel's burner. What does running back battle look like? Is Rhamondre still number 1? I don't know. I'm going to say maybe, maybe not. It's a very, very, very good question on who's going to be that running back 1, man. You have your 3. You have Rhamondre, Antonio Gibson, and TreVeyon Henderson. This is the official Patriots, unofficial depth chart. TreVeyon Henderson has already moved up to running back 2. We've seen during practice him getting first-team reps. He is not running back 3. But that is just according to the Patriots website. But on the field, you see 100% things different. TreVeyon Henderson is impressing in ways I could have never imagined a running back to impress this quick into their NFL career. First play of the preseason game. 100-yard kick return touchdown. 1 carry, 18 yards. Joint practice, 70-yard touchdown from Drake Maye on a wheel route. Then, of course, just getting better and better and better. And now Rhamondre Stevenson has an injury. Said it's not going to be a long-term injury, but I don't expect him to play on Saturday against the Vikings, and that means that Henderson's going to be with first team. And he can pass block, he can run, and he can pass catch. And he does a lot better things than Rhamondre Stevenson. It's just going to give him more reps and more chances for Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels to see this offense and be like, he might be a running back one, guys. I don't care how much Rhamondre makes. He may be the 10th highest paid running back in football, but TreVeyon Henderson is a gem. He is fast. He is smart. He can catch. He had a over-the-shoulder grab going up over a defender against joint practice. He is looking incredible. And to me, I think he could be running back one already. It's crazy to say, but I think he could be running back one. You guys tell me, though. I'm going with TreVeyon. What do you think? Rhamondre Stevenson, type RS for Rhamondre, or type TH for TreVeyon. Who do you think is going to be the starter? Let me know down in the comments section. Another week and another great questions asked by everybody of the Patriots chat during our live show. So if you want to be like them, make sure you tune in every single Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern to join our live show, or you could also subscribe to the channel. So make sure you subscribe to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. And as always, let's go Pats.